It was about time, if you ask me, to record the words of the famous Khajiit Magicka. I must tell you that he is a Khajiit living on a small island to the east of Dagon Fell, in the region of Vardenfell known as Sheogorad. Oh, you're interested in his background, aren't you? Well, he doesn't talk much about that, but even though most people think he's a fisherman because he always has a fishing rod with him, I think he's one of the greatest lore masters in Tamriel. Yes, it's true that he has a different point of view of things compared to other lore masters, but that's just what makes him so special. I've talked to Magicka at length and recorded his wise words, which I present to you here. This is how he saluted me.
Greetings. Magicka knows many things. What is your interest? You seek knowledge. Magicka has much. Some of it is verified by actual facts.
When I asked him about becoming a lich, he said the following.
You wish to become a lich? It's very easy, my friend. Simply find the heart of a lich, combine it with the tongue of a dragon, and cook it with the flesh of a well-ridden horse. This combination is certain to make you undead.
Next, I asked him about dragons. He had the following to say about them.
Dragons? Oh, they're everywhere. You must fly very high to see most of them, though. The ones nearer the ground are very hard to see, being invisible.
Truly, this new information explains so many things. After that, I asked the wise Magicka about emperor crabs. What? You don't know what those are? Well, you've been in Aldrune, right? There was a huge shell-like building, yes? That, my friend, is what is left of an emperor crab. Magicka had the following to say about the emperor crabs.
Magicka sees lots of them in the ocean. Magicka knows you'll see one too if you swim far enough.
Ah, so Magicka is also a swimmer. My admiration for the Khajiit never ceases to grow. Next, I asked Magicka about horses, and he said the following.
Horses? Oh, Magicka loves horses, especially with good cream sauce.
As much as I admire Magicka, he could not convince me to try eating horses. I asked him where I could find some mounts in Vardenfell, and he had the following to say.
You would wish to ride upon a beast? There is a way. Go to one of the many silt-strider ports and pay your fee. You wish one for personal use? Bah! Walk if you must, run if you are chased.
I had expected Magicka to shed more light on the subject, but I appreciated his advice. Next, I asked him about moving corpses.
Moving corpses? This sounds frightening to Magicka. The undead are nothing to be toyed with.
I could not agree more. I then asked Magicka what the word multiplayer means, since I had encountered it on my travels. He said the following.
Magicka does not know this word. You wish others to help you in your quest. Coward. If you must, search for the Argonian Imleet, or perhaps the Big Nord, Rolf the Uber. They will certainly wish to join you.
Magicka has heard of Rolf the Uber. Truly, he never ceases to surprise me. I wonder if Imleet is Leet, though. Anyway, seeing as he knows so much, I asked Magicka about the mystery of the dwarves, to which he replied the following.
There is no mystery. Magicka knows all. The dwarves were here and now they are not. They were very short folks, or perhaps they were not. It all depends on your perspective. I'm sure they thought they were about the right height.
Well said, Magicka. If only those researchers would listen to your words, everybody would know what happened to the dwarves. Now, when I was certain that Magicka was all-knowing, I asked him if he had heard about naked liches. He said the following.
A horrible thing indeed. If you see one, let Magicka know. Magicka wants to make sure to look in the other direction.
By now, I thought of Magicka as my friend and mentor, and as we were so close, I did not hesitate to ask him about nudity, to which he replied,
Ah, the beauty of the naked form. These Dunmer are rather prudish, are they not? Of course, there is an island you can reach filled with wonderful, naked, glistening bodies. It only appears when the moons are full, the rain falls, the seas run red, and it's Magicka's birthday.
He promised that he would take me to that fabled island one day, but I still have to wait. I then asked the Khajiit about rope climbing. He said the following.
Climbing ropes that hang is too difficult. Magicka prefers to climb the ones that are tied horizontally.
Truly the words of a genius. As you should know by now, dear reader, my curiosity knows no bounds. And it is my curiosity that pushed me to ask Magicka about the shrine of Boethia, which I had heard had sunken beneath the sea. Magicka indulged me with the following answer.
You seek the shrine that is no longer there. An interesting concept. Look to the seas to the west. There lies what was once the shrine. Take a deep breath and begin your search.
So Magicka even has knowledge of the obscure. I hesitated to do so, but I eventually asked Magicka whether or not he had heard of a mysterious talking mud crab merchant. Here's what he said.
Magicka has heard of this. They've got all the money. Mud crabs taking over everything. They already run Pelagiad.
It was getting rather late by now, but I managed to ask Magicka about weresharks before being driven away. Here is what he said.
I have only met one, but he was afraid of the water.
And that is how my interview with Magicka ended. I truly hope that I can meet him again one day. Until then, however, there's always the talking mud crab merchant. Magicka the Liar is a Khajiit character who has recurred in many Elder Scrolls games since Morrowind, making him one of the longest-running gags of the series. While every rendition of Magicka the Liar is technically a different character. In Morrowind, Magicka can be found on a small island southeast of Dagon Fell in the Sheogorath region. Much of Magicka's dialogue refers to many requested or anticipated features of Morrowind, which were not included in the final release of the game. The discussion on multiplayer is hilarious. Did Bethesda design Morrowind to be a multiplayer game back in 2002? Magicka has a unique ability called Magicka's water walking, which unsurprisingly enables him to walk on water. The question is, have we ever seen this in the games? Magicka is of Suthe-Rot Furstock, who are similar in height and build to the races of man. They walk on their toes and not touching the ground with its heels, like a cat. Magicka was featured in the official artwork for the 25th anniversary of the Elder Scrolls. His appearance is that of his Skyrim rendition, and he is located on the bottom right of the image, facing a cliff racer. Beside him is a child's doll, 3 lockpicks, 2 soul gems in a bowl, and a bottle of skooma. So, that was the story of Magicka the Liar. While it is easy to write him off as an Easter egg, I think he provides the player with tidbits of information, whether true or not, about the world of Nirn, and that is a beautiful thing.